This is the 49ers Report. I am Cam Rogers. Check me out on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. It's a great day. Jimmy Garoppolo, 5-year deal. Certainly a beautiful thing. So transitioning now and taking a look at the team needs for the San Francisco 49ers. In theory, we could have put quarterback at number 1 to start the day, but that's all settled. Let's get into the interior of the offensive line. I talked about Kilgore and Fusco at center and guard, respectively, a week ago. Interior of the offensive line should be a priority. Kilgore is a free agent, but there is optimism that the 49ers will be able to re-sign him. Look, Kilgore wasn't great, but he had his moments, particularly in run blocking in 2017. But the market for center really isn't all that good. So I think if the 49ers really want good chemistry for Jimmy Garoppolo and his respective center, I think they should re-sign Kilgore. And, of course, I've mentioned before, Jimmy Garoppolo really likes Kilgore too. Fusco is an interesting one. I think he could walk and explore free agency. So I'd expect Kilgore to get re-signed and perhaps Fusco to walk. So watch out for these two players here at guard. Andrew Norwell, coming out of Carolina, and Justin Pugh, coming out of the New York Giants. Both very solid at the guard position. In the end, the priority, protect your franchise. You just invested a lot of money in Jimmy Garoppolo. Time to invest in the interior of that offensive line. Watch for Quentin Nelson in the draft as well. Let's get into need number 2, the secondary, particularly the corner position. So, YouTube commenters out there, you're all sick of Dante Johnson, right? Was not a good year for him. He was ranked in the hundreds, according to Pro Football Focus. It was a poor grade for him. So you need somebody opposite of Ahkello Witherspoon. Totally understand. That's why we have a need at corner at number 2. Talked about the potentiality of Malcolm Butler. I think that would be a nice addition. E.J. Gaines is another name to monitor. Had a great year with the Bills. But Gaines does have durability issues, and of course, Tremaine Johnson is a free agent as well. The Rams have to make some decisions with Sammy Watkins and LaMarcus Joyner. Perhaps they let Tremaine Johnson walk. Bottom line, expect the 49ers to be active in free agency to bolster the corner position. Let's go into need number 3, the edge rusher. So defensive end, and of course, re-signing Cassius Marsh is important. But I don't think the 49ers are done there. Their leading sack getter last year was Elvis Dumervil with 6.5 sacks. And he ain't getting any younger. So the 49ers, look, they tried with Eric Armstead. He got hurt. Solomon Thomas, of course, he's going to get better. He's going to work on his pass rushing during the offseason. But there are some quality options in the draft. Keep an eye on Bradley Chubb. Talked about him earlier in the program. And Arden Key could go in that second round. So the 49ers could address edge rusher in that second round. And, hey, could go to free agency with Ziggy Ansah, potential free agent pickup there. So 1 through 3, top 3 needs, interior of the offensive line, cornerback, and edge rusher. Let's check in with number 4 in terms of the San Francisco 49ers needs. And, well, we're looking at middle linebacker here. So we talked about Reuben Foster, that great ranking according to Pro Football Focus. But after Reuben, there are depth issues here. So Malcolm Smith, yeah, he should come back healthy. But he's more of a weak side linebacker there, a will, if you will, no pun intended. I wouldn't expect any big splashes here, but perhaps the 49ers bring in a mid-tiered free agent such as Kevin Minter from Cincinnati. He struggled, but perhaps a potential good depth guy for the 49ers. I think middle linebacker is probably going to be addressed in the draft, though. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe a Tremaine Edmonds, etc. Edmonds more of a Leo guy, but looking at middle linebacker, maybe in the 3rd and 4th rounds. All right, let's take a look at need number 5 here, wide receiver. Pierre Garçon going to come back healthy. Of course, you have Marquise Goodwin as well. And then you have Taylor at the slot position. A lot of people feel confident that Taylor's kind of locked in there. But I'm not going to totally rule out Jarvis Landry, especially considering all of the money that San Francisco has in terms of cap space. Talked about Allen Robinson a little bit earlier as well. he is probably going to get the franchise tag. So that's what concerns me about him. Sammy Watkins could get the franchise tag too. So then you kind of drop down to Taylor Gabriel, Dante Moncrief, Paul Richardson. So there could be a scenario where, yeah, the 49ers are active looking for a wide receiver in free agency, but maybe they don't make that big splash that everybody's kind of hoping for. So the need rank at number 5, wide receiver, I think they're in good shape with Garcon and Goodwin and Taylor. Let's go into need rank number 6. This is all predicated on Carlos Hyde. Look, I think Carlos Hyde is a quality running back. I think he will do just fine, especially with the threat of Jimmy Garoppolo and the wide receivers there. But if Hyde walks, then it is certainly a need. And there are plenty of free agent running backs out there. You have Orleans Darkwa, Jerick McKinnon. I know all of you guys watching probably don't want those running backs, but those are names to monitor. Dion Lewis, LeGarrette Blount, those would be the big-time pickups there. And, hey, you could go to the draft with Wadley or Sony Michel. So there is need number 6, the running back position. Let's summarize 4 through 6 here. Middle linebacker, wide receiver, and running back. Those are your team needs for the San Francisco 49ers. This is the 49ers Report. Hey, folks, I'm Cam Rogers. Check me out on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. Do you enjoy the show? Hit me up on Twitter. Leave a comment. I always try to respond. We are wrapping up the 49ers Report here. Be sure to like the San Francisco 49ers by Chat Sports Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later.